y'all, what's up? Thank y'all for joining. We're here for our quick pop in. Let's go ahead and knock it out. As you guys know, we don't do 10-minute mark. Nothing against nobody to do, but we got to get into the show. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday to everyone. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic, honey. All right, so I was looking online. As you guys know, we were talking about Jamal Bryant, honey, getting tore up by several pastors out here who have been coming at him for how he's been acting in the pulpit. And child, when I tell you, it has not stopped. So let's get into it. This pastor by the name of Pastor Dewan B. Rich is still dragging Jamal Bryant, okay, and even questions his sexuality. Let's get into this topic, child, because I saw this. I said, now I knew Bishop Wooten was going after Jamal. I did not know that there was another pastor also going after him as well. So this pastor by the name of, shout out to Viral Funny videos, it says that Pastor Dewan B. Rich is still dragging Jamal Bryant and his wife over the infamous dress that went viral a few weeks ago. Said that Pastor Dewan claims that Jamal Bryant is a pimp with a no good wife. I said, oh, that is a mess, y'all. So I found a video. I said, let's go ahead and get into the mess, honey. I searched far and wide. Let's go ahead and get into it so you guys can see. I'm like, they are tearing him up. He's created a lot of enemies behind his little sermonette rather, that he did in the pulpit, calling out preachers, fat preachers, and everybody else. So let's go ahead and get into what this man had to say, because baby, he went all the way in for the gusto. Let's go.
Fallen so far now that a pimp, a bisexual like Jamal Bryant, and his no good wife, his second wife, hey man, she's no good either, wore that dress. I talked about it last week. Wore that dress with her tail out, whether it's a flesh dress or not. But here's the wicked thing. The church has fallen so far that Christians think it's funny that they've used the internet and AI to put my pastor in a dress. Now, one thing I know he ain't, and that's a fact. And I know we got new members in here, but let me go old school, because see, I probably ran y'all back in the day. But my pastor won't no faggot. He won't no faggot. He ain't no faggot. He's a man's man, and ain't nothing funny about people playing, putting him in a dress. We ain't got to talk again. But one thing my pastor's not is a faggot. He ain't no cross dress. He ain't no punk. He ain't no faggot. But we can't say that about the rest of these preachers that's running around here won't preach the gospel. Because the way silly women grinning, I bought her the dress. And then silly women talking, amen, falling on. I'm like, you stupid women, y'all next. Because the way silly women grinning, if you're grinning at that kind of stuff, you next. The church has fallen so far now,
wow,
that a pimp, a bisexual like Jamal Bryant, and his no good wife, his second wife,
my goodness.
Hey man, she's no good either. Wore that dress. I talked about it last week. Wore that dress with her tail out, whether it's a flesh dress or not. But here's the wicked thing. The church has fallen so far that Christians think it's funny that they've used the internet and AI to put my pastor in a dress. Now, one thing I know he ain't, and that's a faggot.
All right, so we're going to stop it there, because he used that word quite a few times. I'm glad they blocked it out, because, baby, I did not want to edit this video. What do you think about that? They tearing Jamal up. He's getting it from all angles. Like, several pastors are going in on him. I showed you guys this morning where another pastor, I found out that guy, the white guy that was in the church, in the vestibule, that was preaching in the vestibule where they put him out of Jamal's church. He's a pastor as well, where he was telling him to get right, calling Jamal, this person who shouldn't be preaching, pretty much. Okay, called him a name and had a lot to say. So Jamal is getting it from different angles in terms of how he preaches, his style of preaching, his lifestyle, and how he lives. I know he has several kids outside of and from women in his church and his congregation as well. It's a mess, but he's getting called out. And of course, I told you guys that he is going after Bishop Wooten in a lawsuit for him not apologizing to him for a statement that he made that he felt was defamatory. Bishop Wooten has said, I'm not apologizing for anything, so do what you got to do. So it appears that Jamal is going to forge ahead with doing that. So now will he go after this pastor here, Pastor Dewan Rich, for calling him, a homo, in so many words, okay, and even going after his wife as well, okay, saying she ain't no good and all, which is that's his opinion. He can say she ain't no good. That's nothing to sue anyone about. But when you question a person's sexuality and you say that out loud in a video, like you just know that to be factual, he may go after him for that because he is a man of the cloth, okay, regardless if you see him as that is not or not. But what do y'all think about that? Wow, the pastors are fighting out here, child. Lord, let's move along. Let's move along. Everybody fighting. Damn. Yeah, these pastors are something else. I told y'all that's why I keep my ass at the house, honey. I don't know who's doing what they need to do out here. So I just pray at home and keep it moving. I watch my pastor from back home online, and that's all I can give you, honey, until these folk out here do better. So one of you guys' favorite R&B singers, Aaron Hall, honey. Aaron Hall went missing after this whole Diddy trial because he was said in one of the lawsuits that was also connected to Diddy, where a woman said she was R-worded forcefully by R. Kelly as well as Aaron Hall in a lawsuit that she filed. Yeah, Aaron Hall went missing as soon as they found Diddy guilty and they locked Diddy's ass up. Aaron Hall went ghost. We haven't seen or heard from Aaron Hall. So it says that Aaron Hall is still nowhere to be found in the Diddy civil suit. Let's get into it, honey. R&B singer Aaron Hall, best known as former lead vocalist for the group Guy, remains unlocated as a federal civil lawsuit involving Sean Diddy Combs moves forward. So it's still a case out there with his name on it, and he's not showing himself to answer to this case. We miss you, ain't that your song? I miss you. We miss you, Aaron. Bring your ass. So shout out to the source. It says that the case was filed in 2023 by Liza Garner, who alleges that both Hall and Combs sexually assaulted her in the early 1990s, while Combs has been served, said that Hall has not been found despite more than a year of search efforts by private investigators and process servers across multiple states. He may be out of the country. He may be over there with Russell Simmons. Hell, if he know he has a lawsuit pending and he could go to jail, he see that Diddy is locked up, he's probably scared like, bitch, they're gonna lock me up too. So let me get my ass up out of the country, probably for one of these non-extradited countries that he probably ran to. So because Hall cannot be located, Gardner's legal team is asking the court to approve service by publication, which would allow legal notices to be placed in newspapers as a late resort method of notification. The lawsuit is one of several legal matters surrounding Combs, who has faced multiple civil lawsuits in federal charges in recent years. Until Hall is officially served, the court cannot fully proceed against him. So maybe he's waiting this out, maybe by statute of limitations. I don't know, but he has not been able to be located. I remember I talked about this a while back when this case was first brought to our attention. Aaron Hall went ghost. He went ghost. Let me tell y'all when he went ghost. It's so far back whenever Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy. And y'all remember they had this law that came out where everyone was coming out and trying to get these lawsuits out where they were sexually assaulted all the way back in like the 90s and early 2000s. Well, this lady also filed this case as well. She was one of the people who filed as well against Diddy and Aaron Hall. It was at a party one night. She says that somebody put something in her drink. Same story all the other women had to say. They brought out rather. Somebody put something in her drink. And she says that they gang R-worded her. Diddy and Aaron Hall gang R-worded her and made her do some very egregious things. So she filed a lawsuit, and Aaron Hall went ghost, and we haven't heard from him since then. So hopefully he bring his ass out so he can answer to these damn charges, because listen, he's heard on several interviews saying that he got a big schlong and women can't take it, and he was very disrespectful about said that he's F several girls in rooms where guys were watching and they can verify the size of his schlong and stuff. I was just like, okay, Aaron, I don't think we want to hear that, but thank you. So yeah, bring your ass out of hiding, sir, and face these damn charges. Okay, moving right along. Oh, child. Trying to hurry along, honey, so we can get these topics. All right. Shout out to the Shade Room. G Unit, which is owned by 50 Cent, is to invest over $124 million into major Northwest Louisiana entertainment projects. You guys know his new G Unit Studios is located in Louisiana. Okay, he's trying to build his empire, kind of like how Tyler Perry Studios is. He was looking to employ a lot of people as well. So it says that this project is expected to create over 6,000 plus jobs statewide. So shout out to 50 Cent. As petty as he is, I got to give it to him. He will look out for his people. Okay. I told you how he paid Taraji P. Henson like twice her salary whenever she was crying in an interview about not getting paid for what she felt she was worth, where she was working and doing a lot of Tyler Perry movies. He was like, hey, come over here. I got you. I'm gonna put you in one of my movies and I'm gonna pay you double what they were paying you. And he did just that. So shout out to him for that. Yeah, so 6,000 jobs he's creating through his G Unit studio. So if you guys live in the Louisiana area and you need a job, or if you're looking to move there, or if you live close to that and you want to work at G Unit Studios, honey, go online and see if you can apply. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent will hire you because he is looking to give jobs to the Black community or any community, child. He just wants people to work. So I ain't mad at it. All right, that'll be a great thing for your resume if you can. Let's move along, honey. Get into some reality TV. All right, Mia Thornton. Let's get into her because she is in our news. All right, so Mia Thornton shrugs off Ashley Darby's bombshell. You guys know Ashley and what's the child name? Sharice Jordan from Real Housewives of Potomac brought out that Ashley slept with her son, who was 24 years old. She felt a way about it. She's talked about it over and over and over and over and over. Come to find out, she had already known about this, but she maybe she's clout chasing, I don't know. But it was said on the show that Ashley was flirting with her son. They had a little moment. Ashley wound up kissing him, in which he initiated the kiss. Okay, Sharice's son, and he and Ashley wound up sleeping together. But Mia says that everyone knew about the hookup years ago and that nobody cared because they're both adults technically. I mean, even though Ashley is like 30 some odd years old, Sharice's son is only 24. Technically, they are grown, but it is kind of weird. And I said the other day, it kind of does break girl code because you've known Sharice, you work with Sharice, like that's your coworker. So, you know, homegirl who you've hung out with. So it's kind of weird that you would go and mess with her son of all people. Because you should see him as kind of like a nephew. But let's continue, child. Because they were like, girl, we already knew about this shit. And Ashley ain't nothing but a damn thought monster. Anyway. So Mia says that Ashley told everyone 2 years ago, nobody cared about this whole sexual interaction. Okay. So Ashley Darby claims that Giselle Bryant also knew about her hookup with Sharice Jackson Jordan's son and kept it quiet. So it sounds like most of the cast knew about this. So I'm not sure why Sharice brought it out like this was a, oh my God, that really happened moment when everybody already knew about it, according to what they're saying. So let's get into this where Ashley is speaking out.
Secret keeper for me is Giselle, because Giselle knew about my little tryst with Jackson and she never told Sharice. I told Giselle like the day after it happened. And this was like 2 years ago. So yeah, we've been holding it for quite a while.
What did Giselle say?
She cackled and then she was like, how was it? How did his lips feel? You know, and so we had a whole little kiki. The best secret keeper.
Now, how was it? How did his lips feel? Like, y'all supposed to be aunties to Sharice's son, and y'all in here comparing kissy moments with her son, who is much younger. Ashley, you about what, 37 or so, and he 24. So you an old thought monster cougar out here messing with your cast member's son, and Sharice felt away. But they said Sharice already knew. So Sharice, like I said, was acting like she just heard this shit yesterday, and Ashley said this happened 2 years ago. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let's continue.
Keeper for me is Giselle, because Giselle knew.
What do y'all think about that? So we said that after Ashley Darby claimed that Giselle Bryant secretly knew about her hookup with Sharice Jackson Jordan's son for years, said that Mia Thornton also stepped into Reality Rundown and comments and shuts it all the way down. So according to Mia, Ashley told everyone about the situation 2 years ago. So Ashley, you should not be kissing and telling. If you're sleeping with somebody, that should be kept secret. Like, why you feel the need to tell somebody? Y'all are grown. Like, girl, stop announcing your WAP adventures, okay? Child, shout out to Reality Rundown. This is so stupid. Sharice, find something. It's giving that Sharice is trying to get back on the show. That's what it gives now. Now that I think about it, Sharice, I feel like you're trying to come back on the show and you're using that as a moment to do so. Like, no, girl, no. We're not taking that. No and no. Moving right along. So an old clip with Kandi and Todd has resurfaced. We're going to take a look at it, right? Yeah, we don't care, Sharice. Get out of here. That shit happened 2 years ago and most of the cast knew about it. That's not an aha moment at all. Get out of here, girl. So shout out to Nostalgia Moments, where an old clip has resurfaced with Kandi and Todd in therapy, marital therapy. I didn't even know, like 6 months in, they went to therapy. So that sounds like y'all had some issues early on. 6 months into their marriage, they were going to therapy already. Like, damn, y'all supposed to be still in the honeymoon phase. But let's get into it. It says that when Kandi and Todd went to marriage counseling, let's look at it and see if we can kind of pinpoint some things that was going on like prior to the whole huge blow up in terms of what's going on now. Because, you know, they're fighting. Todd just challenged Kandi. We talked about yesterday to have the case unsealed, their divorce case unsealed. Kandi is fighting for it to be sealed. Kandi came back out to say that she filed a motion with the courts to have Todd have an emergency hearing, that he help her pay like child support and things as related to the kids, because according to her, he's running around playing daddy daycare when he ain't doing shit. She has hired a full-time nanny to make sure the kids have what they need to take care of the kids. But Todd has these little online moments where it's looking like he's taking care of the kids primarily by himself, while Kandi is away all the time. And Kandi said that's not the case. I hired a nanny, which I pay for. She said she pays for all of the financials as related to the kids, while Todd is out of the country and going on trips and hanging with the fellas and in fucking strip clubs. So let's get into this and let's see if we can pinpoint some things that may have been red flags that we may have missed. Let's go.
With the prenup.
Did you all talk about it beforehand?
Yes. One at a time.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. It was just how it was dealt with. It was real dry. It was like she had no feelings. It wasn't like, I want to marry you. Let's talk this out. Let's figure it out. It's not like either you sign it or I don't want to marry you.
So you think you should get some time?
Come on. Listen to me. It was more so like, you don't sign it, whatever. It'll be an expensive party. There were definitely things that were said that made me feel like, wow, is that how you feel about me?
I felt that way. I mean, I didn't say we was going to break up, but we weren't getting married that day if we did not have a prenup. That was the truth. I mean, I was just stating a fact. I did not mean to hurt his feelings.
It's done. We can't change what happened.
I'm good. I received what I needed to receive from it.
Okay, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I hear that.
I don't feel like you're fine, Todd. I feel like you're going along with it. You're going through the motions of this thing. I feel like he does feel away, as you guys can see here. As soon as Kandi mentioned prenup, he kind of felt like, how dare you? Like, we're in love. We should just get married without a prenup. Many people have prenups. I don't see what the fucking issue is. Of course, Kandi is protecting her bag. She's worth $30 million, probably more than that now. But the last time I looked it up, she's worth $30 million. He's only worth $400,000. Like, okay, so I get it why she is saying that. She's also said that any of her prized possessions that she's accumulated during or prior to meeting Todd, she's leaving all of that to her children. So nowhere in anything she says in her will or nothing, she left nothing to Todd. Weird, right? That's supposed to be your husband. So she's leaving everything to my kids, like her house, money, businesses, etc., cars, anything that she owns. She says she's going to distribute it for her through, distribute it out to her children. So she didn't mention Todd anywhere. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, what kind of relationship is this? Or did she know beforehand that Todd was on some bullshit? Well, let's continue, child.
Not that I truly believe that, because whatever happened apparently has had an impact on the first 6 months of your marriage. So how could you be good with it?
Because I just understand what it is. Like, I understand.
What is it?
No, I just think in a time of when something's a little hectic, you understand who you're with.
So what do you mean by that in terms of your wife?
That if it doesn't go her way, right? That may be a little tough.
So you think you're going to...
So he's saying that he just understands what it is, that he kind of sat back and kind of watched this thing kind of unfold. And if things don't go the way Kandi wanted to go, then shit just ain't going to go. So he just kind of goes along with the motion. I think he's tired of probably going along with the motions of what how things were going. And Todd is fighting back now, coincidentally. Okay. He's like, I'm not letting Kandi have her way anymore. Now I agree that he needs to help out with the children because this is something the two of you wanted. And at the end of the day, you can't keep playing this game, Todd. I told y'all yesterday that Kandi said once she filed for divorce and submitted through the courts that Todd just cut off everything. He was just like, I ain't doing shit. I'm not paying no more bills. Even though he's staying in her guest house, which is on her property, he ain't paying shit. So she is taking care of everything, which I don't feel that's fair. If you're in a marriage where the both of you should be contributing to everything as related to the kids, the household bills, etc., even the child care for your children. Your kids need a nanny, you need to pay for that shit. Okay, so that's not fair. Even though you feel she makes more, you're still bringing in income, Todd.
I have to be the one always bending or adjusting.
Yeah, she generally doesn't like to talk about things. Usually she doesn't like to deal with problems head on.
Todd is turning this whole counseling session into a what's wrong with Kandi fest.
What is your sex life like? What is your...
The sex life done went downhill.
Todd, do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it.
In 6 months, where you guys supposed to be like boning like rabbits, okay? I know in 6 months after I got married, like, damn, I was like Kimmy over there. I had to die on top of me on that shit. My God. 6 months in, baby, y'all should be like rappers. Y'all should be enjoying each other. Y'all should be traveling. Y'all should be, y'all should be having fun. Y'all should not be sitting on damn therapy talking, oh Lord, the sex life is horrible. It's non-existent. Like, what? Is this why y'all brought Fatum into the bedroom to liven things up between you guys? Now it makes sense, right? See, sometimes you got to go back to the past to kind of see why things are the way they are in the present. Okay. A lot of people kind of get mad at me sometimes in the comments, say, Camille, that's old. I like to bring old clips. You know why? Because it makes sense to what's going on right now. Right? Looking at this now, it makes sense now why they both brought Fatum into their relationship, why she was the third person, their threesome person who traveled with them. She went everywhere with them, child, in and out of the country. So now it makes sense why they hired someone to come in to liven up their bedroom, because their sex life sucked 6 months into the marriage.
So help me understand, how does sex go down in 6 months?
I don't know what happened. For a second, I was like, well, hell, are you cheating out there in LA? Like, what is going on? Because what's up?
I'm not feeling this counseling thing. I think this chick is one-sided.
Now you're not feeling it when Kandi asked, are you cheating? But coinkadinkly, that's why y'all getting a divorce, because Kandi said you were cheating. Y'all see where we're going with this? That's why I said let's pull that video let's roll that beautiful bean footage from the past and let's see what's going on.
I think what it is like the other morning. I was like, come on, let's do it. Oh, I'm tired. Let me sleep. Let me get this hour in. So it's like, you see it on your side, but I just initiated and then I said, I'm going to put that in that book.
I
was like, I'm going to mark that off. One time
that he tried to initiate.
But it was just recent.
It's kind of jacked up that he did not answer the question about it was.
Now, Todd. As much as Kandi worked, honey, like a Hebrew slave out there to make sure that you guys have a very comfortable life. Now, if the woman says she's tired and give her 1 hour, I think we're all guilty of that. Every time your significant other initiate sex, sometimes you're fucking tired. Sometimes you just want to get an extra hour in, and after you get that hour in, okay, then you're ready spaghetti. So it doesn't mean that she don't want to. It just means that the timing is just not good right now. Like, shit, lay there a little bit, play on your phone. I don't know. Go watch a little TV, and when I wake up, then okay. But okay, understand the fact that she's telling you, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying not right now. See, that's different, right? Right? I feel like that's what she's saying. I ain't trying to take over Kandi too much, but I'm just saying that. I think everybody in my chat that's in a relationship, have ever been in a relationship, you kind of get where that's coming from. Todd is basing a moment off of, our SDX life is the way that it is and going downhill. Because I initiated the other day and Kandi was like, let me get another hour of sleep. Everybody's guilty for that. Shit, I work too. I be tired as fuck sometimes. Who wants to wake up every single morning to get jumped on like Kimmy over there, child? Where you got to roll over and just take it.
He cheated, but I'm not even going to worry about it, because whatever's done in the dark will come to light.
Todd, let me ask you this. Have you lost interest?
Not at all.
Something's going on. It didn't have to be cheating, but if you're not emotionally connected, that disconnect will show up in your bedroom.
With the prenup.
Hear it? Okay, so see, she ended it off. She ended it off with saying, hey, whatever it is, there's going to be a disconnect in your bedroom. Which I feel like, and I told you guys, I read to you guys the other day where Kandi was the person who initiated them having said threesome to liven up their bedroom, and Todd obliged. He was like, yeah, this wasn't something I really wanted to do, but since you asked, I guess I can attend. That's what he gave, right? So I think Kandi was probably feeling a little, and a lot of people may not agree with this, and it doesn't matter how much money a person has, they can still feel insecure, okay? Insecurity can hit anyone. I don't care how much money you have, what kind of status you have. I feel like Kandi was feeling a little insecure in her marriage with Todd going back and forth to New York. Maybe she felt that he had a boo thing there that she didn't know about. Y'all remember she didn't want him to keep his apartment because she felt that maybe he was there doing some things. But initially, that is why Kandi has cited irreconcilable differences and him cheating. Funky Dineva said it was somebody the name to start with an H. He still hasn't revealed that. I don't know. But Kandi did say that it was because he was cheating. At the end of the day, I feel that Kandi was doing what she could to fix her marriage and hold on to Todd to keep his attention. If their sex life was sucky, she wanted to figure out how to spice it up because she didn't want him to step out. A lot of people nowadays are choosing to bring other people into the bedroom. That's not something I would want to do, but it's being done. And that's what she chose to do, which, again, opening Pandora's box will always fuck up your situation. But now they are headed towards divorce. Divorce has been filed. It's weird to me how Kandi is such a freak the way she is, and you allow your marriage to get into that place. But again, it does take two. Todd's headspace has to be in the same headspace as Kandi, as related to them being intimate and all, because intimacy goes far beyond just being sexual. Okay. Do y'all understand that? And we ain't trying to have a sex section, but intimacy goes beyond just this person, you guys interacting in a sexual type situation. It's conversation, it's the way you touch a person, it's massages, it's love language, it's all of that that's tied into intimacy. Okay, that's a huge word. A lot of people need to understand that. It's more than honey just jumping on top of somebody and getting your old moment and then jumping off. It's more than that, baby. But I feel like 6 months in, there's something. I feel like they went into it wrong. Because Todd, I feel like, was already feeling a little bitter behind the prenup, and I feel like he carried that into the marriage, and the bitterness kind of made him look at Kandi in a different way, to where he was kind of disconnected mentally as far as that goes, and he just kind of went along with kind of how things were going, because I feel like he loves Kandi, but I feel like that little thing in the back of his mind with the prenup just kind of fucked him up a little bit. So that's unfortunate, because I do like them, and I really wish that they would have worked it out. But y'all sound off, okay? I wanted to play that clip for you guys because it makes a lot of sense in terms of where they are now. Moving into the next topic, as related to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly Farrell. You guys know her husband got locked up recently. Y'all know Kelly's attorney was Phaedra Parks from the show. Phaedra represented her, I think, in good faith, but Kelly's husband was $62,000 behind in child support. He was going on social media and going in the press and everything, talking crazy about Kelly. Well, she had his ass locked up for being in arrears. He had to pay a certain amount of that $62K back in order to get out. So I don't know where he got the money from, because he said he was flat broke and wasn't working. Maybe he borrowed it. I'm not sure. But let's get into it. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Farrell's ex-husband, Mark Farrell, has been released from jail after paying nearly $62K in child support. Go off. So it said Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Farrell's ex-husband, Mark Farrell, has been released from jail after spending 17 nights behind bars over unpaid child support. Now, U.S. Weekly, of course, reported that. And again, shout out to the girls of fighting. Mark was freed, honey, not freed, after paying $61,992 from the sale of his former marriage. So he had to sell his home. Now, officially satisfying his child support balance in full. Now, his rep says that he never intended to avoid supporting his children and believes the amount should be modified to reflect his current income. Well, you're going to have to file a motion with the court to have them look at your finances again, so they can lower it if you're not making what you were making before when they initially sent the order out, or unless you're going to have to keep paying that amount and keep going to jail. Because I see Kelly being just that petty, because y'all are not getting along and you exposed her. So every time you fall behind, she'll have your ass locked up, period. So go back to the courts, child, the same ones that you were going filing all this shit against her, and go file a motion to have them look at your finances again to lower that shit. That's what you're going to have to do. Or going back to jail, child. I don't know if you got another house to get out, but go off. Let's get into Nene Leakes, talking about how when she first came on Housewives of Atlanta, how they were being paid. Because I was like, I know Bravo paid their people over there. But let's get into what Nene said, because I found this clip. I was like, oh, wow, this is interesting. All right, so she sits down with Carlos King in this particular interview, where she goes on to talk about, where she goes on to talk about the salaries of the cast members on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm really hoping Nene comes back, because they need that extra nudge for the show, right? But let's get into it.
Did you make your first season of Atlanta Housewives?
I think my first season of Housewives, I made $10,000.
Wait a second. You filmed for 3 months on the first season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you made $10,000?
$10,000. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I can go back and check, because it sure knew 120. We did a reunion, and I think they gave us $5,000 for the reunion. So we had very little money. So for all the people, there's a lot of people that say a lot of stuff. They just don't know what they're talking about.
Season 1 was a good season. And that's all that were paying. Bravo, that's all y'all Andy. That is all y'all ABC Universal. That's all y'all paying Nene Leakes for $10,000. Nene and the rest of the cast, $10,000. Well, let's back up, because y'all know whoever's the most popular, okay? Who is the most popular on the show. So maybe that's what she was getting paid. So that means Nene was only getting paid $10K. Imagine what the rest of them were getting paid. It had to be way less than that, because Nene was deemed or seen as the head honcho on the show back then, remember? Yeah, so she was only getting 10 grand. They probably getting 5 and 4,000. My Lord, let's get into it.
Season 1, we didn't make any money. We filmed that show and we knocked it out the park and we didn't get anything. Season 2, we didn't get anything. I want to say season 2, we got probably about maybe $50,000. Season 2.
Season 250.
Wow.
And then season 3 is when you
Season
saw more than
3,
100,000.
we moved to an attorney. All of us came together, got the same attorney, and we wanted to have favored nation. And I think we got $100,000.
And you, Kim, and Sharpe made the same season 3.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was maybe at the most 150. We started to make a bag season maybe 4.
Season 4. Okay.
That was a good season.
Going back.
But we knocked this show out the park. Do you understand those first 3 years?
Yes.
And we were not getting
Totally.
real money at all. At all.
How much did you make?
Yeah, y'all know seasons 1 through 5, like boom, boom, boom. They were coming in like knocking the damn door down. When they first came on the show, child, I was like, okay, I couldn't wait to watch that show. I could not wait because, baby, it was giving back in the day, honey, when they had all the originals on the show. So it's weird how they weren't really getting paid that much money back then, but now they're getting paid like Nene, her ending pay. Y'all know Nene, her ending pay when she was on the show was $2 million. She was getting paid more than everybody. And Portia, which is now the highest paid on there now that Kandi has left the show, she was almost $2 million as well. So they're actually paying their women now because they're bringing more money in for the show. But back then, I could imagine $10,000 and you working your ass off to bring drama and fighting with people on the show, et cetera, et cetera. Like, damn. So, right? Child. That's when the show was really, really good back then with Kim, Sharpe, and I'm a huge fan of Kim, but all of their dynamic together really made the show. So that part about it, I do miss. Well, let's get into this next topic, child. Claudia Jordan reads down Shannon Sharpe, child, and calls him a moist individual, honey. Let's get into it. Shannon still haven't learned from that white girl that sued his ass and got all his damn money damn near. The Becky. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now he talking about he want to take his ass to Dominican Republic, child, get over there with some light-skinned white girls and be nasty all over again when his ass ain't learned from the last lawsuit that he got where the OnlyFans model sued his ass. Let's get into this. What is this? Side dish TV. Let's go.
I think about going to the Dominican and treat myself. Then they got something with like long hair, light skin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, like you talk about Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What they do out there?
I think Shannon is trying so hard to prove his masculinity to the rest of us that he is going overboard and behaving in a way that is not how a 60-something-year-old man should behave. That's number one. Number two, Shannon, brush your tongue. It's so white. Don't go to the Dominican Republic spreading that bacteria around to everyone. Brush your tongue. You paid this young 20-something-year-old that finessed you. Now you want to go to Dominican Republic because poverty keeps these women in prostitution. You are an embarrassment. And then as black as you are, as a black man, to sit there and say you want something young and light-skinned with long hair, it just gives self-hate. What's wrong with the chocolate women? What's wrong with the woman that's beautiful and brown and in your age range? You are a buffoon, and I'm embarrassed of you. I'm embarrassed of you. And brush your tongue. Scrape it. Like that woman scraped your pockets.
You accuse him of having thrush.
It's he looks like he's got a yeast infection on his tongue. Yes, it does.
Those brushes.
Claudia says Shannon Sharpe look like he got a yeast infection on his tongue, child. Claudia says she scraped your damn pocket. You need to scrape your tongue like that Becky scraped your motherfucking pockets out here. Oh, girl, that's why I like Claudia. Y'all say what y'all want to say about Claudia, okay? Claudia will read a bitch down, and I love that for her, okay? Claudia will always set the record straight, and she's not afraid to go there. I love a girl like that, okay? But yeah, Shannon, that was not cute. You do need to brush your tongue because it was a little white. All right, you look like you eat some damn baby powder or something up over there. I don't know. But what y'all think about Claudia, girl, reading down Shannon Sharpe?
In the chat, if you agree with Claudia was putting down, and no thrush in 2026. Right?
I think about going to the Dominican and treat myself. Then they got something with like long hair, light skin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, like you talk about Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What they do out there?
I think Shannon is trying so hard to prove his masculinity to the rest of us that he is going overboard and behaving in a way that is not how a 60-something-year-old man should behave. That's number one. Number two, Shannon, brush your tongue. It's so white. Don't go to the Dominican Republic spreading that bacteria around to everyone. Brush your tongue. You paid this young 20-something-year-old that finessed you. Now you want to go to Dominican Republic because poverty keeps these women in prostitution. You are an embarrassment. And then as black as you are, as a black man, to sit there and say you want something young and light-skinned with long hair, it just gives self-hate. What's wrong with the chocolate woman? What's wrong with the woman that's beautiful and brown and in your age range? You are a buffoon, and I'm embarrassed of you. I'm embarrassed of you. And brush your tongue. Scrape it. Like that woman scrape your pockets.
You accuse him of having thrush.
It's he looks like he's got a yeast infection on his tongue. Yes, it does.
Those brushes in the chat, if you agree with Claudia was putting down, and no thrush in 2026. Right?
Not the thrush upon the tongue, sir. Down, Claudia. You ain't have to eat them down like that now. Good God. I agree. Shannon, you ain't learn a damn thing. I think you need to be hit again. Another Becky need to sue your ass and get your ass down to where you like Offset out here, where you running around here with barely last $2, okay, in your damn account, and your ass will calm down. Then you won't want to look at a fucking Becky. You won't even want to be with a girl named Becky, okay, let alone be with a Becky. He didn't learn his lesson yet. That's so weird. If I had to pay a bitch $30-something thousand for doing some shit I shouldn't have been doing with him, I'm gonna get my shit together after that. Obviously, you've not learned a lesson, and I feel like Shannon don't want a strong black woman because he can't be on his bullshit. That's what it is. You want one of them naive chicks that you can control and make them do what you want to do and smell your musky balls and shit. And a real strong backbone like myself, you could not control me. I would break his ass down like a fraction, and he would not love that shit at all. That's why he don't want a strong black woman. That's why he don't want a real relationship. He like these little fly-by-night Beckys that he can control and have them gargling balls and shit and do what he wants them to do. And then when they get sick of his ass, his funky, musky ass, and go sue him, then he be looking stupid and crying on his damn podcast, wanting people to give him some sympathy. But I shall not. As Claudia said, go brush your tongue, bitch. All right, moving right along. All right, so let's get into Martin Lawrence. We don't really talk about Martin a lot over here. We got to talk about Martin, okay? We got to get into Martin and get off of Shannon Sharpe musky ass. So Tashina Arnold was catching hell from R&B singer Ari Lennox, okay? Speaking about the colorism, okay, saying that she ain't like how Pam was being treated on the show, how Martin was making the rude, lewd comments about Pam. That was how the show went. That was a part of their commentary. And I saw the video yesterday, which I probably should have played today, but I'll just go ahead and commentate on it. But Pam was like, it didn't offend me because I was taking digs at Martin as well. So everybody know the show Martin, where Martin was taking digs at Pam. It was funny. I don't think anyone took offense to that. But here comes Ari Lennox with her weird ass. And I like her music, but she's hella weird. Why reach all the way back to Martin? Do you have anything going on in your life where you got to reach back to Martin's show to my Pam was offended? How you know how Pam feel? Did Pam call you up and say, damn, girl, let me tell you, I was so fucking offended by Martin's jokes back in the day? Like, go sing or something, right? So let's get into Martin, honey. Speaking of, which I'm glad he said something. Because I was like, bitch, you are ripping. Girl, sit down. Let's get into Martin, child. Shout out to this on site. So Martin Lawrence finally responds to Ari Lennox's colorism criticism over Pam jokes on Martin and says that there was no malice intended. He and Pam are close friends, and so is he and Tashina Arnold as well, who played Tisha. Okay, on the show. Let's get into it, child.
Did you ever have that concern, or what do you make of that whole back and forth?
No, no, I never had that concern because I knew they were jokes, and that's the way black people. That's the way we joke. We go hard, and me and Tashina were just having a lot of fun, and we were just keeping it real, and I was just keeping it real, and so that's why we got a lot of laughs out of it. So she has a right to have her own opinion and everything, but there was no malice intent.
Did you ever have that concern, or what do you make of that whole back and forth?
No, I never had that concern because I knew they were jokes, and that's the way black people. I
didn't see nothing wrong with Martin and Tashina Arnold's interaction on the show. I thought it was. Did anybody get offended? Did anyone get offended by Martin and Pam going back and forth on the show, their interaction, their comedy, their jokes towards each other? Like, I didn't get offended by that. I feel like it was a part of the show. It was a part of their lines. I feel if she felt a way about it, she probably would have told production, like, I don't feel comfortable with this line, or, I'm feeling a way about this, or I don't want to play this role, or whatever the case may be. They're still friends to this day. And unless she comes forward to say, oh my God, I was just hella offended by Martin, it's not that. So I'm not sure where Ari Lennox came up with this whole idea of this colorism, and he was hard on Pam because she's dark skinned. Like, girl, what? Yeah, she was doing absolute fucking most. I'm like, baby, that's not what it is. Now y'all hear it from the horse's mouth where Martin was like, it was not that. It was just jokes. That's the way Black people sometimes we do go hard on each other as far as jokes, and we get it. If you're that sensitive, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe don't watch the show anymore. Maybe don't watch the show. The people on the show didn't have a problem with it. You who watch the show have more of a problem than the person who played the role. It gives that maybe therapy is needed. Maybe you have something within you that you've not worked out to where you are living vicariously through someone else who is also a dark-skinned woman, and they don't have a problem, but you do. Therapy is definitely needed in that situation. So moving right along, girl, because I don't care no more. So last topic, y'all, when I tell you I saw this clip, this made me so warm and fuzzy inside. I'm so happy. You guys know how I feel about a good Marvel movie. Baby, we ain't had a good Marvel movie in a while. But when I tell you Marvel Studios, Lord, is coming out with a new movie, honey, the Avengers, Lord, the Avengers are getting ready to meet the Black Panthers. Y'all ready for this? Oh my God. When I saw this, and y'all know I am a huge Marvel movie fan. So I told my husband, I said, baby, we are definitely going to watch this. My son like them too. So this is going to be epic. Okay. Yes, God. Any Marvel fans in the chat? Put a 1 if you're a Marvel fan. Jesus. Put a 1 in my chat if you are a Marvel fan. If y'all go to the movies to watch Marvel movies, okay, Black Panther and all of that, Jesus, this is going to be good. So Marvel Studios, you guys, has dropped a brand new teaser for Avengers, Lord. Doomsday, and fans are already, I'm losing it, okay? I'm losing it, baby, okay? Hold on, y'all. I need a moment. All right. Yes, I'm back. So let's get into this clip, y'all, okay? Because this is going to be good. This is going to be good where the Black Panthers are going to be fighting with the Avengers. Y'all ready for this shit? Oh, my God. Let's get into it. All right, boom. Y'all ready? Ooh, shut up. Don't worry. It's going to be good.
I've lost everyone that matters to me. The king has his duties to prepare our people for the afterlife. I have mine.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
So it said that the Wakandas, honey, and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday, Lord. That's going to be December 18th for those. That's too far away. Like, we are barely into December. I mean, barely into January. We got to wait all the way to the end of the year. Lord, I'm going to die waiting. Oh, my God. So y'all see here, December 2026, honey, December 18th of 2026 is when it will appear, Lord. So that's going to be good. I cannot wait. But I'm going to get something to hold me over until then. Marvel, I need y'all to put another good Marvel movie out. I need to go see on the website, are there any other Marvel movies coming out before then? Because, baby, that right there, I know Showtime's going to be jam-packed. If you don't get your tickets early, you probably won't be able to get up in there. Okay? But that's going to be good. I know it's going to be action-packed, and I love all of it. Fantastic Four, I watch all of it. So and I've seen all of the Black Panthers as well. So yes, God, I'm excited. This right here warmed my soul, child. This is right up my alley. I love fighting movies. I love action movies. I love anything Marvel put out. So hallelujah. Okay. So I saved that for the last topic. You guys, I enjoyed you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please do not forget to they said that they're wanting to make money from the Black. Yeah, well, hey, I like that they're merging them. That's going to be really good for the box office. Okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm hoping Michael B. Well, I think Michael B. Jordan will, because you know he's in all of the Black Panthers as well. Or I don't know. We'll see. So let's get out of here, guys, because I do have to go. But thank y'all so much for being here. in the chat today. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hype this video up as well. Okay. Thank you to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the content creators that joined us live as well to support the video. Okay. All my Caramelians, everyone in the bushes. Thanks for the 165 watching. Please also go over to Rails World, subscribe, support those videos over there as well. Okay. Please don't forget to comment on all the topics that we discussed. Okay. We talked about a few topics. Please let me know how y'all feel about it. Okay. And until the next video, I will be back later on for our evening pop in as well. So you guys come on back for that. Okay. Next time, I guess I'll see y'all next time. All right. Bye.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Till until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it. What I need next. If I could just believe, then I know I can turn all of my thoughts into a real threat. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.